Hey guys, welcome to hopefully our last online youth group. That's right, you heard me right. Hopefully it's our last one. Starting next Sunday, we plan on meeting back in the gym at 6:30. Same restrictions were as when we ran there before. Chairs are going to be spread out in the gym. You'll come in, wear a mask in. If you don't have one, we will have them provided there if you need one. But wear a mask in. There'll be hand sanitizers around. Come and sit down when you're in your seat that has been placed far enough apart for you. You can take your mask off and be ready to have some fun, stay safe, and learn about God. So I hope to see you next Sunday for that. So there'll be some stuff posted on our Instagrams and social medias throughout this week as we prepare to get back to in-person youth group. So we're going to get into our lesson here. So about humility. Something I feel like we all could use from times. As a human being, it is natural to mostly think about the things you want and need. It is easy to get consumed with problems you face in life and things you don't like about life at the moment. You need a new iPhone. You want to be the starter of the basketball team. You need to get an A in math this year. You really don't like your brother or your coach yells at you too much, and the list goes on. When you focus on yourself and what you want and need and the problems you face, you become self-absorbed. This doesn't happen consciously. It's simply a natural result of focusing on ourselves. Jesus teaches us a different way to live. It's called humility. The world around us has much different perspective on this topic. Professional athletes, actors, singers, politicians thrive on their big egos. We flaunt our status with tech, devices, clothing, social media basis, social media basically insists to show off to the world, pretty much show off to the world. Well, we have the good sides of us. The big trip we went on, our new iPhone, maybe we got the PS5, whatever it may be. And like the good parts of us. Because of this, humility is often greatly misunderstood. At best, a humble person is seen as someone who is quiet, hiding in the background, avoiding attention. At its worst, humility can be seen as a weakness. Even one of my most trusted resources get it wrong. Humble, is an adjective on dictionary.com. Not proud or arrogant and modest. So far, so good. Humility is the act of not acting proud or arrogant. Having a feeling, and then another definition is having a feeling of insignificance, inferior. Wait, what? Low in rank, important status. Well, those aren't what we want to think of it. Do you see how the English language has wrapped the word humble to the point that associated with being inferior or a low status? Does this mean that humility is only for the weak? No. So what is true humility? And is it really all that important? the humble servant. Before coming to earth, Jesus resided in heaven on the right hand of his Father. He was and all will always be king over the universe. He created everything, and he is the most awesome in truest definition of the word ruler. So one would expect him to come to earth and correct everything we did to mess it up by acting like an all-powerful king that he is, right? Wrong. When Jesus came to this earth, he chose to be born in a barn or a cave in the manger, which was believed to be like a barn or like a cave type thing, where the sheep and all the animals lived, and just not the greatest place to have a baby. He was born the child of a simple family living in the oppressed country. He was born a Jew, a low race of people living under the thumb of the mighty Roman Empire. He never became an earthly king. In fact, he lived out his adult ministry as a homeless preacher and teacher, just kind of traveling from place to place. In short, he was humble in every sense of the word. He didn't stop there. The moment that he started, that would later be called Christianity, was founded on this very principle. Humility was at the very core of what it meant to be his followers back then, and it still is today. Look at what he said to his followers about humility and status. And whoever wants to be the first among you must become your slave, for even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to be, but to serve others and give his life as ransom for many. And that comes from Matthew 20:25. Whoever wants to be first, the most important, the most popular, the greatest, must become a slave. Is there a group of people seen lower or more unimportant than slaves? I'm not necessarily talking about in America, but like at this time, like the Israelites were slaves to the Egyptians, just people who were working for free, the very lowest of the class. Nothing to do with race of any kind, but it was just someone who was enslaved to somebody else, owned by someone else to do their work pretty much for free. So I just wanted to clear that up. That we're not talking about American slaves. This went way before America was founded. In our modern world, slavery is considered evil, but throughout the vast majority of human history, it was a common practice. Slaves were hardly viewed as human. They were properly, unlike oxen or workhorses, or they were property, not unlike oxen or workhorses. What Jesus is saying is, he is saying that humility requires this worthlessness of us. Or is he saying that humility requires worthlessness of us? No. To stop there would allow the message to be lost in translation. Let's look at the second half. Even the Son of Man came to serve, not to be served. Was Jesus worthless? Was he a slave? No. Jesus never stopped being a ruler of all the universe. He never stopped being a king. So what is he saying? Jesus did not come to be treated like an idol, a revered hero, and sits around letting people serve him. He came to be a servant. Um, someone who, someone so humble that he put other people's needs before his own. He came to give his life so that others may live. That is true humility. He knew that he was the king. He knew that he was and is our Lord. Still, he came to serve. Jesus is who we are supposed to emulate. After all, the word Christian means little Christ or Jesus wannabe. Um, he washed his disciples' feet. He gave up the comfort and hardships so that so that we could have eternal life. He tended to the needs of others long after he reached the point of exhaustion. He was both a king and a servant. To be like Christ, we must do the same. We will never be a king, but we are God's hands and feet on this earth. Humility is not thinking of yourself most of the time. It means we think of what other people around us need and want. The ultimate goal is to put others people's needs and wants above our own. But that may seem like a big jump at the moment. For now, stop wasting so much time and energy on what you want and need. Stop and dwelling so much on the problems you face and don't feel or what you don't feel like about your life is right now. Open your eyes to those around you, your parents or siblings, friends, and community. What problems do they face? What small or big things can you help them to face their problems? How can you serve them? What can you do to bring them a little happiness and joy today, or tomorrow morning, or sometime tomorrow? Jesus told us to wash each other's feet just like he washes ours. Jesus did it for us. Now he asks us to pay it forward. So how can you help your parents throughout this week, or someone you know? Maybe your mom does dishes after dinner every night. Maybe you say, "Hey mom, tonight I got that." You go. For my mom, I know I lived with her. She loved watching Wheel of Fortune. So maybe your mom has some TV show right after dinner time. Be like, "Hey mom, why don't you go and watch Wheel of Fortune or whatever show she likes, and I'll wash the dishes tonight." Or maybe she does your laundry. Ask her, "Hey, can you teach me how to do my laundry so that's one less thing you have to do?" Or ask your dad or siblings how you can help them around around the house. Not for gain of your own right. Don't do it so that you might get a little more money in your allowance for doing extra chores. But do it to help out your family, because that's what God calls us to do, and to find a step in humility. So that's going to be it for tonight. I hope to see you guys on Sunday. If there's anything I can do for you in the meantime, feel free to reach out. If there's any questions you have about YouTube on Sunday, feel free to reach out. And I hope to see you guys Sunday. Bye.